Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. So we're coming closer to the major events of this week. Fed statement. Today's will be Bank of England rate decision, so it's also very important. And yesterday we discussed this tricky moment on the euro currency, and later we have continued with the gold market, where actually we have the same. So overall technical background looks in general bearish, but market has formed few bullish patterns that suggest the erasing of this bearish context. And these new patterns also provide a trading setup that's worth of our attention, because by the Jordan-Apple approach, the overall background that we have here is mostly the trend direction. So this is mostly based on the overall trend trading, but grabbers are directional patterns. And as Jordan-Apple teaches, so directional overrules trend, so they are more important for trading purposes than the previous background that has been formed by the trend action. As a result, we have talked a lot about how to deal with this, what to do, whether we should ignore the bearish patterns or not. We come to the conclusion that, well, in general, bearish positions could be taken, as on the gold market, as on the euro currency, but you have to control it. So since we have some time until major event, market probably should show the proper reaction on the resistance levels, feeling the previous bearish momentum, and the pullback from the level of the entry probably will happen. But this makes you some obligation to move stops to the break-even as soon as possible, and then see what will happen. As you can see, the first fruits of that, so actually euro currency has shown reaction from the resistance that we have set recently as potential area where you could try to take short position if you would like to. The same on the gold market. Yesterday also has followed some reaction to the downside. Despite that, in the gold we also have the bullish grabbers right at the same points actually. So what we're going to do next, so since those of you who would like to take the short position probably already have it, and currently you need to just protect your position with a break-even stop. That's the only thing that you could do, except maybe just book some result if you would like to. But in general, this pattern suggests significantly lower action. Grabbers are also not something absolute. So of course they also could fail, and currently everything depends on fundamental external events that we can't predict. And actually, if they will be bearish for euro currency, grabber easily will fail. That's also could happen. Still, now we're turning to the bullish side, and those of you who would like to go long with these grabbers trying to take the position, this is a very good currently point to do this. Why? Because first we've got the retracement that we yesterday suggested. We said wait for some pullback to minimize your potential risk, because task here is to take the position as close to the invalidation point of the bullish context as possible. And invalidation point is actually loss of the grabber, because pattern will be erased if market will drop below it. So currently risk stands very small, relatively around 40 pips for this trade. At the same time, here we've got another grabber recently on this retracement. Market has closed right on the MACD line. And I have checked on the euro currency futures on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. You also could see that here we have also the Polish grabber. So currently we have two grabbers in a row, which is, well, really nice. So now by taking a look on the lower time frame, on the 4-hour time frame chart, we have minor grabber on the 4-hour time frame chart as well. This is also good. And if you'll take a look at hourly chart, you can see that grabber has been formed at the agreement area. Actually, this is first agreement area. So market has completed down this ABC top OP target. That creates the agreement with the 50% support. So theoretically, this is the first entry level that you could consider. In fact, the difference between two levels where theoretically it's possible to enter stands very small. It's around 10 pips. That's why, well, that's your decision how to well, it makes it sense to split the position or just take the position here totally, or wait a bit more, and if market will hits the XOP, then you can try to take some additional position right here. So this is really minor detail, but theoretically this is possible. So you can see OP hit. Here is agreement for our grabber that we have, daily grabber. So that's the points where general, or better to say, let's call it as an area between the 1565, 1575. This is an area where it's logical to make the decision on the long entry. If you would like to, you could try to do this with the stops below 1535 lows. It's approximately, here it will be 30 pips, here it will be 40. So really acceptable risk amount for this trade. For the bearish position, as I said, move stops to the break-even. Here was the double repo sell, as we said recently. It works in general. Well, in general, it was successful, and the market has hit already minimum target of this double repo, which is a 50% support level. So now you could manage, just see what will happen. That's actually all, guys, that we have currently. Let's see what we will get tomorrow after the Bank of England meeting, because it really could bring lots of volatility here. But the overall setups that we have, or both setups we have on the table, as usual, you have the option. So hardly you will take the short position right now, because actually the stop for taking the short was yesterday when the market has completed XOP. So you remember we talked about this. Now it's time to consider taking either long position, or if you're a conservative trader, you're ready to wait when all chips will be on the table. I mean, Fed meeting, non-farm payrolls release, and Bank of England meeting. Market somehow absorbed this information, and we will get by the end of the week probably, or at least in the weekend, more or less clear background what should happen next. So that's our view on euro currency. Let's see what will happen next.